through spiritual processes towards perfection. Your Holiness, is there a difference between thought and action relating to cause and effect? That is to say, can a thought cause an action and vice versa?
마산의 레시전에 선배래가 상담으로 선배래 상담이는 사무랑 군우랑 가는 거 군우 소리다.
Of course, when we talk about the Buddhist concept of karma or karmic action, it is not confined to the bodily action alone. It also embraces the mental acts or emotional acts, if one could say. For example, when we talk about acts of covetousness or harmful intention, and these need not necessarily manifest in behavior, one can have the full action of these thoughts without being expressed in action at all. So one can see a completion of these acts even at the level of mind or thought. Your Holiness, it is a well-known fact that you are a very busy person with many demands on your time. Could you advise a lay person with home, family, and work demands how to develop a systematic schedule or pattern of practice? Systematic pattern. The routine. Generally speaking, we must know that when we talk about practicing the Dharma or doing, meditating on the Dharma, we must know that it is something that needs to be done 24 hours of the day. So that's why in the traditional Buddhist explanation we make a distinction between actual meditation sessions and post-meditational periods. The idea being that both while you are in the meditative session and also when you are out of it, you should be fully within the realm of practice.
당문에 취역이지 남주 동성 뭐마도 튼성들 튼기 난저디 즉 가서다 튼성 걸려야 아니 즉 취도 튼버지 영향이 그 누버도 튼거리 주베서지 배랑 안 주지 가서 로제 배주셔야지 콜로 사야지 가르쳐놔서 그래 로 봐야 된다.
So in fact the post meditational periods are a real test for strength of your practice, because one could say that during the meditation, in some sense, you are equipping yourself so that when you come out of your meditation session, you are better equipped to deal with the demands of the everyday reality of your existence. This is analogous to recharging your battery. The very purpose of recharging your battery is that so that you could use it to run something. So similarly, once you have equipped yourself in your meditation through sort of whatever practices that you engage in, as a human being, you can't avoid the daily routines of your existence, be it interacting with others or all the everyday realities of your existence. These are something that as human beings you cannot avoid, and it is during these periods that you should be able to live according to the principles of your Dhamma practice, and that is the real test.
So the reason that 그래 가서 그래. 아주 내 고도에 또 직선이야. 소주자야기 삼도스 마다는 하고 싶어요. 근데 삼도스단에 또 검니야는 아니 소수 니샤 주지 그렇지 셰프 그래도 us만 다 그래. 양거름이 철팀을 좀 줘야지. 이 연구를 봐. 뱅크 배주스게 마지막에 쇼트비 주주기에서는 가고사린 배주스 마지막에 영토야요.
So, of course, at the initial stage, as a beginner, you do need sort of periods of concentrated meditation or practice so that you have a kind of at least a base from which you can begin. So this is very crucial. And then once you have established that kind of base, then of course you will be able to then adopt a way of life where your daily activities, everyday activities of your life could be at least be made to accord with the principles of the Dharma. So what it does point to is the importance of making an effort. So without effort, there is no way that we can integrate the principles of Dharma in one's life.
To a serious practitioner, you see, the more serious effort is very necessary. Without that, just a short prayer and some chanting and some recitation with mala, that's not sufficient. It can't change your mind. Our negative emotion is, I think, so powerful. So in order to challenge that, we need, I think, the constant effort. Through that way, yes, definitely we can change. But usually I responded to my Western friends. They have question or their request, the quickest and easiest and most effective. Then perhaps another question, cheapest. So that's, I think, impossible. That's impossible. I think that is, I usually feel that is a sign of failure. Sign of failure.
Your Holiness, what is the difference between self-realization and God-realization? Self-realization and God-realization.
I don't know.
Would Your Holiness say that you are free from suffering?
Military.
No.
Oh, certainly not. Lot of suffering. And currently some suffering here. Voice, coughing. That also a kind of suffering.
Can you talk a little on the nature and structure of pure consciousness? What are the properties of pure consciousness? What actually is consciousness? These topics will be covered in later sessions.
Thank you. See you again.